All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Give double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, taught me this truth and sincerity. Also give peace and blessings to you elect out there that's pushing this truth to the four corners of the globe. All right, just a quick camp lesson out here on the highways and byways. So I want to get right into it. We're going to start with Isaiah 8 and 20. And it reads, it says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. All right, so that was the opening scripture because, a lot of people lean upon their own understanding, right? They lean upon what they feel, right? And they act on what they feel instead of studying to show thyself approved, instead of diving deep into the scriptures and seeing what the will of the Lord is. So now we're going to get Proverbs 3 and 3, okay? And it reads, Salakia, I think it's Psalms. Hold on. We're going to get, Proverbs 3 and start at verse 5. Salakia, start at verse 5. Well, I'll start at verse 5. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thy own understanding. You see, so that backs up that Isaiah 8 and 20. Lean not into your own understanding. Trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and he's gonna guide your steps, right? He's gonna walk you to that. He's gonna assist you, right? And then it goes into it a little bit. So let's get verse 6. It says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. So pretty much, when you're studying, when you're learning in this truth, you notice there's what I like to call a precept for every aspect of life. There's something you can always go back to the scriptures when dealing with the aspects of everyday life. For instance, when you see somebody eating abominable foods, of course, you're going to think about scriptures. You're always going to have your mind set upon the scriptures. Going to be in the front of your mind and in the back of your mind. All right. So when we go to an example of that is the book of Joshua 1 and 8. The point is in 9, but I'll read verse 8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. All right. It says, because back then, it was oral. It was the truth was being taught oral. They had the 10 commandments, but most everything was being taught oral. All right. And they probably had scrolls back then. I'm not gonna say everything was oral, but probably had scrolls, parchment paper. It says, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and that's one of the points in the scripture. You meditate to meditate upon it. You think upon it. It's on your mind, right? You're thinking at every aspect. When you're meditating on something, you're thinking about the beginning, the end, and the beginning, the middle, the end, the who, when, and who, what, when, and where. So you're thinking about all aspects, all angles, the front, the back. You're meditating on it. That takes time, right? It takes acknowledgement, focus. Okay. It says that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. All right. So that backs up what I was just saying. So I don't know if they had, like I said, I'm pretty sure they had scrolls of, the law, what Moses was teaching, so they could pass it down through generation to generation. But yeah, it says to observe. To observe, when you observe something, you're focusing in on it. You're studying it. All right, you're looking for patterns. You're looking for every minute detail, small and big. All right, it says, yeah, and do according to what is written in the book. So we apply that. That's why we apply these scriptures to our lives. And when you apply these scriptures to your life, you do what the scriptures tell you to do. Now, we can't do everything according to the law because we are in a captivity, but in Judges, the scriptures speak about rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay, so you pretty much you give forth an effort. You rely on the Spirit, and you put your best foot forward. Hell, you try. Well, you do. You do, and you try. You go at it. All right. Let's see. It says, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So the Lord's gonna bless you. He's gonna see your efforts, right? It's not gonna go unnoticed. Yeah, you're gonna go through things in this truth, but the Lord's gonna see your efforts, right? And then you're going to be you're not gonna suffer like some of these other Israelites that are in the world. For instance, like I'm on the highways and byways, so I see people that are less fortunate than me. They tend to lean upon drugs or a bottle. That they're plagued by that. So they don't have the success as a man of the Lord. A man of the Lord, scriptures speak about when you're connected to the Lord, He'll make your enemies He'll make a friend out of your enemies. All right, He'll make your enemies respect you. He'll make peace with your enemies, or I roughly paraphrasing something like that. Probably butchered that scripture, but I mean that's the point. So He'll make your ways prosperous. He'll give you your daily bread. He'll make sure you're covered. Make sure when you hop in the vehicle, especially after you pray, you hop in the vehicle, you hit the road, that you make it home safely. Make sure ways prosperous. All right, and thou shalt have good success, like the scripture says. All right, so now we're going to go back to that Proverbs 3, and we left off at verse 6. So I'll read that again. It says, in all thy ways acknowledge Him. Yeah, acknowledge Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Before you do something, say Lord willing. Always have Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua on the forefront of your mind. All right, it says, and He shall direct thy path. All right, so it paths with an S. So He shall direct not just all your paths, your whole walk. He's gonna direct your steps if you stay true and acknowledge and endure to the end. Lord willing, we get that. Endure like a good soldier. Lord willing, I get that. So I'm thinking of two different scriptures that I want to pull out through the Spirit. Okay, this is be not wise in thy own eyes, fear Yahweh and depart from evil. Be not wise in your own eyes. So that goes back to the first scripture that was brought out, to Isaiah 8:20, because do not lean into your own understanding. If what you feel or what you're acting upon does not align with the scriptures, you're leaning into your own understanding. You're being self-willed, right? Pride is creeping in. So you really have to be careful. You really got to be careful. You can walk on that thin line. All right. And then verse 7, it says, be not wise in thy own eyes, fear. Now the fear goes into respect, reverence, so you honor, so to say. So, you fear your earthly father. You respect them, so you're not gonna want to do certain things. All right, and then you might, father might be, well, My father was about 6'4", wide shoulders, muscular. So, there was some fear. That's why, when you see kids and they be like, all right, and the mother be like, all right, I'm gonna let your dad know. I'm gonna tell your dad. I'm gonna call your dad. The child tends to straighten up because the father brings that authoritative structure. He's order, right? He brings order, balance, or not balance, order, and what word am I looking for? Stability. All right. All right. Now we're going to get. So I was gonna quote this scripture. I'm gonna bring it out anyway. I wanted that. Endure. Endure hardness as a good soldier. But I might have to Google that. But here I got something right here. It says this is 1 Corinthians 10. I know it's in 1 Corinthians somewhere, but this is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It says, there have no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. All right. So what we go through in this life, right, or in this life, there isn't anything new under the sun per se. There isn't any temptation that any man of the Lord or woman of the Lord did not go through. We all pretty much go through the same things, different battles, but the same war, right? Fight the same war, just different battles, of course. But Yahweh Shem Shah is not gonna put too much on us that we cannot bear. He knows everybody's specific battle, right? So, all right, let's get back into it. It says, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. All right, see. So Yahweh Ba'ashmi Shah is faithful to you, so he's not going to give you a task that he knows you're not going to fail. You're going to have a chance to prove yourself. I really want that for when I am weak, I am strong. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. See? So Yahweh Shem Shah is going to make a way for you to get out that temptation, right? Which is or make an escape, all right? And that you can bear whatever that you're going through. Okay? All right. Now we're going to jump to I really want that Sirach. 1 second.